Now, the multi-billion rand transport sector in South Africa remains a major contributor to the economy. But as we mark Transport Month this October, road safety remains a priority. For more on this story, we're joined now via Skype from Johannesburg by Maphefo Anno-Frempong. She's the CEO of the Transport Education and Training Authority. A very good morning to you, and thanks for making the time to talk to us.
Good morning.
How important is the transport sector for the country's economy?
The transport sector is actually the backbone of the economy. Everything moves and depends on transport, be it goods and be it people. So without transport, a lot of things do not move. So it is so important, not only for economic development, but also for social development. Children to go to school, for parents to go to doctor, travel and visit relatives in transport. It is such an important part of the economy.
So let's talk about Transport Month. Why is it such an important time for the Transport Education and Training Authority?
The Transport Month gives us an opportunity to reflect on the impact of the skills development initiatives that we have in the industry. One is to reflect and also to showcase some of the things that we do in order for the transport sector partners that we work with for the improvement of skills in the sector can then get an opportunity to interface and interact with us during this month. So this is our contribution to the sector as a whole.
Well, what are some of your upcoming road safety campaigns?
We currently have a campaign being launched in the Free State, in the Villiers area, and that campaign is done with a community NGO called Sebeletsa Setjhaba Community Initiative. It involves training of community policing forums on road safety, education. It also involves driver license programs to assist those members in that program to be able to get licenses legally, and also to create awareness on some of the major causes of road safety carnages, especially on the N3 and alternate roads within that area. This is being launched together with the Department of Free State, Department of Roads, as well as in partnership with the Traffic Department from both Free State and Mpumalanga.
So how has the Transport Education Training Authority kept the road safety message alive during the lockdown and at the peak of COVID-19?
We used social media. We used Twitter. We had a campaign that we were running from the beginning of the lockdown, which is called Capella Road Safety, hashtag TETAs, which used a variety of social media, YouTube channels to also create awareness of road safety. One was Twitter handle and the other one was Facebook, as well as YouTube. And we used a number of influencers that have a number of followers that really respect their voices with regards to any matter related to transport and traveling and road safety. So they would either show a video of what to do if you are going to go on a trip. They would have a video on what to do if you had to really go out during the different lockdown levels, what permits were required, and what kind of safety measures that go beyond road safety you needed to look at. It also really created awareness to those that are using public transport on how to remain safe and how to share the road equally with everyone. So it was mainly social media that kept us going due to the restrictions.
Yeah. So what can young people interested in the transport and logistics sector do? What opportunities are there for them?
Currently, because of different lockdown levels, we have seen that even during lockdown, one industry in the transport sector that has grown is the industry that has to do with transportation of food, that has to do with transportation of medicinal products, and on an e-commerce platform. platforms like Take a Lot, platforms like any other e-commerce opportunity that is there. So young people really need to start looking at how they can come up with softwares and come up with software like Uber, but for transportation of goods, in order for them to get into this industry, because the more people are kept away from home, the more they look for alternative sources to transport their goods. And one opportunity that exists is for goods to be transported using logistics companies, but obviously working without the normal way of transporting that through truck. So sometimes they can use bike, depending on the size of their goods. They could be using small vehicles to transport whatever goods that they need to. But in order for this to happen, you need a courier services company that works a lot on an IT platform, and therefore the usage of software components could be a way and an opportunity for young people to get involved.
Awesome. So what is TETA doing to grow the transport and logistics sector in South Africa?
We have programs that we have partnered with to see how best we can give those that want to enter the transport sector, or those that are currently in the transport sector, to get them opportunities and to give them networks. One of the things that we are doing starting from tomorrow, we have a women empowerment program which seeks to bring networks between women that are entrepreneurs that want to meet up with possible financiers, or women that are entrepreneurs that are looking for the market. So it is meant to bring those that have the market with those that have the transport facilities, in order for them obviously to start making inroads in the transport sector. But it is also an opportunity for them to share lessons and also share opportunities. We believe when people come together, they get an opportunity to hear what they might ordinarily not hear if they were not in the mix of things. So that is one of the programs that we have to try and grow the transport sector. The second one is we have just launched last week Friday a program for leadership development program, and there are about 45 beneficiaries funded by TETA fully for a 12-month program with Gibbs Business School, in order for them to really identify problems and challenges in the sector, and then go through a program of leadership and see how best they can come up with solutions with a component that allows them to be immersed with how other parts of the world are dealing with those issues that they might have identified. So the program is a leadership program, and there are 45 beneficiaries, which we regard growing leaders in the transport sector that can bring new things going forward.
Quite a lot being done there. But many people feel 2020 was a lost year. What are your major projects for 2021?
We are going to still continue with the programs that we have. Obviously, 2020 came with its own implications on our budget, but our major programs in 2021 still remains road safety programs, still remains leadership development programs, still remains programs that have to train artisans, still remains TVET partnership programs, as well as learnership programs, including getting an opportunity for unemployed young people to be placed in different businesses in the transport sector for workplace experience. So those 6 are still our priority even in 2021.
Let's thank you so much for talking to us today, and hope you can come back to update us some more about the projects as they get implemented.
Thank you so much.
That was Transport Education Training Authority CEO Maphefo Anno-Frempong speaking to us about the role of TETA in their upcoming road safety campaigns.